Hey everybody, this is Ahdoom coming right back at you with another exciting adventure in the Darkest Dungeon. In this particular game, we're going to be looking at taking care of the Brigand 12-pounder with the Hunting Hounds of Hell, made up of one Hellion, without too many debuffs there at all. Nymphomania, though, that's suggestive, who's mounting a Hellion's Hairpin and a double-edged pendant, which would boost out her HP slightly. We're going to have Ludell, the Man-at-Arms, with a Sun Ring and another HP boost. A Veteran Houndmaster with a boost to his HP, as well as a Sun Cloak, which I love very much. Another Sun Cloak on the Hellion, and Junior's head. Do I still have Junior? Did I keep Junior? She hasn't died. I may have just... No, I don't even know who Junior is, to be honest. I've never seen Junior before. But there's her head. She's going to give me more stress and a hell of a lot more healing. And let's get stuck into this one. Again, Crest Rewards are another Crusader trinket. I already have 2 of them, so I'm not too worried about it. These guys are all pretty much just level 3s, though, as you can go through there. And I'm a bit uncertain as to whether or not these guys are going to make the grade on a boss bash, but we'll have to just see. So, dog treats, we'll have to remember to actually use those, as always. That's a consistent problem for me. 2 skeleton keys, 2 holy waters, 2 medicinal herbs, 2 shovels, torch, and whoops, that's way too many torches. Let's swap those through. Oopsie, some inventory problems here, clearly. Food and 4, it's my usual loadout. And I'm going to stick with it. Money situation is pretty good.
The wild conspirators of heresy roused the rabble to violent action.
What have you done now?
The general air of rebellion that even my generous offer of gold to the local constabulary was rebuffed. To reassert my rule,
Wait.
I sought out unscrupulous men skilled in the application of force.
Okay.
Tight-lipped and terrifying, these mercenaries brought with them a war machine of terrible implication.
That's fine. I was scared there for a second that all the brigands I'd been killing this entire time were just like the police gone rogue because my ancestor was so evil.
The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air.
Okay,
quick. The machine is close.
Oh, come on. Okay, so map layout here is pretty clear cut. We know where the boss is going to be. I'm not going to tarry, even though it might give me better opportunities. I will, however, just press on as quickly as I can to the end. Good dodge on that unseen trap, and we have a curious curmudgeon looking to loot the thing. It's pretty good loot, to be honest.
Paid for in blood.
Torch up and press on. And we come against our first obstacle of the match.
A victim to the spreading corruption.
Normally what I do is I keep the map open so I don't forget where the traps are, but it's been rightly pointed out to me that if I have the inventory screen open, I can quick action the appropriate thing, the appropriate item, in case anyone has a snap, curious or necromania or whatever strike, and hopefully not get debuffed, which is kind of a good thing to do. So I will keep my inventory open if I don't have scouting, and if I do have scouting, I'll just have to remember where the traps are. Again, I've been pretty lucky with dodging them every time so far, but again, I can't always rely on that happening. We're at 100 gold in train now. Just do a quick double check of the abilities. Yep, we're all good. And pressing on to potentially our first room battle. Nope, another empty room. Okay, no problem. Let's carry on and see how we do. That's the second shovel used up. And again, with no scouting, I'm kind of running blind. First food check. Sorry guys, it's been a relatively unexciting episode so far, but that's all going to change as soon as we get to the Canaan. Alright, no trap step to worry about, so we'll just press on. Alright, that's fine. Alright, but he doesn't take the blight, so we're all fine and dandy. Oops, there we go, got there in time. Nice! That's my first interrupt.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Not complaining. I am in Radiant Light though, and the corridor battle is a pretty weak one. No surprise though. But that Rapid Rush does a critical for 5, but the bleed is resisted fortunately. Another Rapid Rush drops down, and it's a dodge, thankfully. I could spend his turn healing, or I'm just going to do some stress management. It's kind of wasteful, 65% chance for it to actually take, but, you know, there we go. Let's call that done. Drop a stun, hope it takes. It's only 30% resist, so it should. And that stun is down and done. Let's get a Wicked Hack on position 1. Not quite an insta-kill that I was looking for, but we can finish things off with the... Yep, activating Retribution as well, just for form's sake. And if we have the chance, we will spend a bit of the turn faffing again. Let's just take care of that minimal amount of HP damage. We're absolutely certain we can take this guy out in this turn, so no worries there, and we're clear. Small change in reward for a small change enemy, but again, no complaints there at all. Just check to see if we get any scouting in this next corridor, and the answer is negatory, good buddy, so we will press onwards. We have some epic food, but we have some epic food check. We have so much food, it's just ridiculous at this stage. Let's check that again with 30% resistance, 30% resistance to disease, I should say, 30 and 45 on the Vestal, so we'll take the check on her just in case. Nope, and it's treasure.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I have to, you know, like, object to the narrator. It isn't wealth beyond measure. It's precisely 500 gold pieces. But that's okay. You tend to the dramatic. And our first room battle here. Towering ectoplasm could cause us problems. We get the surprise. Fungal battery on the back row, which could cause us some issues. Chances on the ectoplasm is a number approaching 0. So we will go for stun on position 3. And that stun takes very nicely. Probably try and go for a kill with the Iron Swan on the back row, but he's got some pretty high hit points, so rather than being sorry, we will try and be safe by dropping a... Actually, no, let's just do an all-over bleed. Good hits there. One of them was a crit in the mix as well, so that's not too shabby. Go for the Iron Swan now. Only 8 damage, though, which means I've got 10 HP left to go, which is going to potentially cause me a problem. What I will do, though, is debuff everyone's dodge and speed to hopefully get a double turn in. Some of those took, some of those didn't. Mark Prey does go down, though, which could cause me a problem, but there is no debuff in Train. I might activate his Riposte, though, and be double marked. Not that that really is a thing. Big Slime drops for 10 damage, but again, that's not anything that's too worrying at this stage. No debuffs taken, and we will use the Vestal's damage plus heal ability to make sure we have that Fungal Battery dead and buried for the next round. Probably try and finish things off as well. Your chance to bleed is really low, though. That's right, let's just do a Hound's Harrier on everyone. Try and get some additional bleed damage. That's going to 4 now, which is just fine. Follow things up with another strike from the Hellion. 7 bleed damage, and our friend, the Fungal Battery, is dead in their own turn. We'll try and activate a Riposte now, though, because he is marked already, and we may as well have a chance to strike back, and Kyrokinesis does strike back, and we have a fresh little Muppet to have to deal with, which is completely fine. We can try and take out the Quivering Ectoplasm. We can try and... Okay, let's take out the little guy first. 11 damage. Bleed did not take. He's got 1 left, and I think a group attack from the Hound, sorry, with the Man-at-Arms will take care of the rest, or we can finish things off with the Vestal, but I'm going to use her turn to, again, do a little bit of damage, work down the Towering Ectoplasm, and self-heal myself up to full. Bellow will take out this Quivering Ectoplasm and have a chance to debuff. Nope. Again, debuff resist is 60, so that is a slight problem. Wicked Hack, I think, will do more damage. Let's drop that down for 10. Nicely, nicely done. Big Slime will drop for probably about... Oh, nothing. Good dodge. Sweet old-fashioned dodges are my favorite. 6 to 12 damage. We get somewhere in the middle there with a 9. Do another strike in place for Judgment on this chappy here, and I don't think I have the right abilities equipped on this Vestal. I'm going to have to go back and check to see whether I can respec her when this battle is over. Hound's Rush to finish things off. Crit for 12. Lovely jubbly. We're in a happy place. Now I'm going to spend a few food topping up the Man-at-Arms and do a quick check of the Vestal. Can I... Yes, I can definitely change out your abilities, and I will. There we go. Party heal is always better. There we go, taken care of, and now it's time to see what's behind, what's in the box. Hidden treasures, stack of change, couple of deeds, no complaints made by me whatsoever. No traps that I can see, so we'll just keep the inventory screen open in case we get an interrupt. There isn't a chance for a Malice there, so I'm just going to let that play out. Got a map, and the map tells us... well, hopefully we can find a shovel. If not, I'll be okay too. That torch is a torch, I guess. It's okay. Like, there are worse things to have. In fact, I'm going to use it immediately, because I have a corridor battle coming up with a couple of outlaws. Outlaw Cutthroat, Fusilier, and... no, sorry, 2 Cutthroats and a Fusilier. Just fine by me. Could try and go for a close to insta-kill. No, nowhere near. Let's get the bleeds started. Alright. That pain train is nicely on the way. Blanket Fire does drop down, doing moderate to mild damage, you know, with a chance of heavy snowfalls coming in later in the day. Don't know why I'm trying to be the Darkest Dungeon Weatherman, but there we go. 5 damage and 5 hit points. Don't need to even worry myself over these guys in the slightest. We'll try and go for a dropped stun on the front row, though. Just try and take them out of action for a turn if I can. It takes. Gorgeous. And just won't have to worry about taking an attack from. Slice and Dice drops down with a double dodge! Double dodge! You need to make a sound effect for double dodge, because double dodge is the best. Chance to do some damage to the Crush, 13 to 7, not enough for a kill, so we will instead activate a Riposte, because Ripostes are amazing. That stun takes up his turn, and we are into fresh turn time with that Fusilier dying of his injuries. Could look to try and get ourselves close to a kill on this position here, which we will. 5 damage plus 4, not quite enough for the kill, but we'll see if we get a turn in edgewise. Slice and Dice drops with some pretty good damage dropped on everyone. Might need to spend a turn on a party heal, but let's take out this guy who has an active turn next, which puts us in a place in which we're kind of comfortable with faffing if we need to. So, wow, 2 6s really that actually take with a bit of small change limit as well. Go for the Crush, and that is the round. Nice stack of change picked up there.
Push on to the task's end.
And we'll push on into a treasure room. Nicely done. Webbers and Spitters, no surprise there unfortunately, so we'll have to try and go for the insta-kills, focusing on the back row, and that's a nice one from the Houndmaster. Web does drop on him, but that doesn't deny me a turn in this combat round. Yep, that's fine, he's marked, and I don't mind. Bite drops down, 2 damage, and no blight, which is absolutely fantastic. Go for the stun on the guy that has a remaining turn, just because it's the most practical thing to do. Deny them in action, win the game. That's how it works, right? Insta-kill on another Slippery Spider, and yeah, we should be able to take things down with... yep, that insta-kill came through. There's a chance that it wouldn't have, but it did, and I'm grateful. And to start things over again, we'll just do a Hound's Rush and clean things up. More food? What do I need food for? Jeepers. There's an empty room between... There is an empty room between me and the boss battle, which means I'll probably use my firewood there, because I'll have some damage from a shovel. Resisted that Malice, and we are looking fine. Pressing on through. This is just going to have to be how it is. Yep, do it by hand.
You must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Take a hunger check, and we're up to full life. We're just going to drop the camp in this empty slot here, just to, you know, mitigate the stress and, you know, be in as good a place with the buffs as we can.
The battle may yet be won.
There we go, 5, 14, 10, and 19, so we're looking pretty awesome. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Let's be prudent and prevent surprise, even though it's relatively redundant. All companions, -10 stress, that's going to go a long way. Self-only, yeah, -10 across the board works for me. 5 points left. Self-only, prot and damage sounds pretty good. 1 companion. All companions, damage plus 10%, yes. Critical plus 5%, yes. That's the one for me, and that is all the points I can spend. Rest up and carry on. We have 1 corridor battle.
The path is clear.
2 curios, and then Final Reckoning. We get the surprise on them because of our beautiful, beautiful quirk. We will try and keep that surprise on them by dropping a stun on the Enchantress. Takes. Gorgeous. Following up now with one use of Hound Streets, which should last me through, yeah, 3 rounds. Maybe get me through to the end. If not, we'll have to start up on the first round of combat with the Brigand 12-pounder. Let's go in for the kill on the Enchantress, because even though she is currently stunned, boom, I don't like her. Don't like stressors when I don't have a Jester or a Crusader in my mix. We'll look at what I can do to try and do the best overall party thing, and I think debuffs on dodge and speed are pretty darn good. Let's try another bleed here. It's a pretty good chance to take, and it does. That's 3 additional damage coming in through. Still 19 hit points, but that groping swing is dodged. Beautiful. Try it again. Some damage taken, but nothing to cry about. That blight though is a slight worry. We're going to do a Hound's Rush on the grabber. That's 8 hit points down, and you now have 5 damage coming. Unfortunately, we'll invest the turn because we have food. We'll cure the blight. We'll waste the turn, cure the blight, and the food can take us the rest of the way. Try and go for a stun now on that back row grabber. No, front row grabber, because I'm going to be able to kill hopefully the back row grabber. Stun takes, and now it is a turn for the Man-at-Arms. Does he have a chance to get the kill in? He does. Boom. Beautiful critical hit. He would have died anyway from the bleed as long as we'd done more than like 6 damage or something. Wicked Hack on the front row just to get things started. 8 damage gone. Carry things forward with another chance in hell to... No, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, we'll try a chance in hell to stun. Nope. Alright, that's fine. I'm just being greedy there. Resist there. Retribution there. No, let's just start bashing down. And drop a bleed. 5 hit points. Should have a couple. Yeah, 2 bleed there. Down to 6 hit points. Groping swing, I'll probably take some damage, but it's only 4. Literally nothing to worry about, especially given the food situation I have and the fact that there is not much left to go on this. I could faff for a turn. No, just take him out. Oh, it's a dodge. Should have faffed. Oh well. Another groping swing. Gets dodged very, very cleanly, and it's time to just start finishing things off. 3 damage, 1 hit point left. Who comes up first? And we're done. Even more food. How lovely.
So too will resistance.
Right, holy water's dropped. Hopefully that's... Oh, come on. I got that. What the hell? Alright. Or is it a different thing? I don't remember. It's fine. There was no ill effect. I'm not unhappy. Okay, fine. Man, you guys are really... What the hell are these... Ooh, wow. That's a nice tapestry. That's nice, too. That bandage may well come in handy if I can see my way clear to get rid of something, which I may just be able to do. There we go. 1 bandage in the mix as well. Completely fine. Get rid of torches, but yeah, okay. Final torches used. We're 100% torch, and let's get into this boss bash, do a quick check of positions and buffs. Yeah, dog treats have cleared away their effectiveness, so we're going to have to rely on the first turn to make sure that we activate that. Blanket Fire starts things off with a party dodge, which is just lovely in my books. We're going to need to make sure that we're taking care of that Fuseman really promptly. So let's go in for the kill. That's 10 damage taken, plus 3 bleed. He is absolutely a goner, which puts me in a warm and happy place. Can try and go for a stun on the front row Cutthroat, but I don't think it's strictly necessary. Could also try and do 2 to 4 damage on the cannon, which is necessary, but let's just go in for... Actually, how much damage could do the back row? No, we just have to kind of weather the damage, really. So let's start bashing down the 12-pounder. As long as we take out the Fuseman, we're ooh. Okay, that was some pretty substantial damage there, but that's okay. We can manage with that. Can try and take down anyone particular. Your chance to bleed is like non-existent. Could do a Hound's Harry. Could try and Hound Swash the back row. The debuffs I get from the Fusilier are relatively substantial, so I might actually try and do some focus-based attacking. What I will do, though, is absolutely... Your chance to debuff is non-existent, though, so there's little point. What we will do in that instance is activate Riposte. 1 damage, but 1 damage is 1 damage, and I'll take it regardless. Riposte is active, and the Fuseman is gone. Lovely jubbly. Let's keep things going. Reinforcements from the cannon. Another Fuseman in the final position, which should put him in a good place to take an Iron Swan, and if not, a follow attack from the Houndmaster. Boom, that chap is gone, and the corpse remains completely fine by me. Hound's Rush, trying to go for the kill there, so I have some higher damage dealers for the cannon. That's a beautiful critical for 18. Stress goes down across the board, and we're feeling pretty happy about that. Going to focus a Divine Grace on the Man-at-Arms, who's taken a couple of pretty gnarly hits, and now it is time for us to look at where we can do the most good or bad, and I'm guessing it's going to be a hit right here for 5, 66 HP left. Let's follow things up as well with a Wicked Hack. That's 3 to 6 damage versus 2 to 4. Answer's pretty clear here. 5 hits down as well, which is absolutely fine by me. Shank drops for 11 damage, and a bleed as well, which is going to be a problem, but again, we have a free Vestal to deal with just such an occasion. I want to make sure that we're spending our turns ensuring the Fuseman is gone and that any threats are taken care of. Crit for 20 though, that's absolutely fantastic. Go for the Hound's Rush on position 3 there. See if we get another kill. That's a negatory. 9 damage, 2 bleed. We're going to have to spend another portion of a turn getting this damage done to clear them off. Again, the Man-at-Arms could take it. This has a pretty good damage potential, but I'm not going to take any chances of a big attack. That's 9 done, and Dunsky not going to reactivate a riposte at this stage because I don't think it's going to be critical. Let's just keep crit for 8 damage. That's substantial, and this cannon is almost down to 2/3 life. 10 damage on the Houndmaster, no bleed though, which is completely fine. The Vestal remains in operation. 4 heals, and again, that bleed is going to be concerning me too much. We'll need to try and do another 1-turn takedown of the Fuseman, and it should take... Yes, it does. Right, Fuseman's out of action, which means I get 2 damage attacks in place with my front rows. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. Alternatively, I could try and take care of the Fusilier, but I don't love my chances. Let's instead do some damage to that cannon. 48 HP left. Following things up with Man-at-Arms, and he's down to, by another 5 hit points, down to 43. Everything is looking just fine. 39 hit points, 47 and 38. I'm going to focus my heal on the Hellion because she has those bleeds coming to make her life a misery. 10 HP up, and she is fully topped off. Blanket Fire does minor party damage across the board, but those debuffs will add up. Those negative dodges will definitely add up in nasty ways. Alright, Fuseman is now in the back ranks. We'll try and look at a focused heal again on the Houndmaster. 11 HP up, and he is looking just fine. Go for the insta-kill on the Fuseman, and it takes in a beautiful way. Again, we just need to keep weathering this damage, and we're going to be just fine across the board. 3 damage done from Man-at-Arms, which is just fine by me. Blanket Fire is dodged by everyone. So, you know, that's for you, Fusilier. There we go, another 3 damage taken on the 12-pounder, and it is down at half-life. 8 damage taken by the Hellion, and another bleed, though, which makes her the focus of further focused healing, because we definitely need that Iron Swan to take care of that match person if our Houndmaster misses. And that's kind of the... I always want to have a backup shot, but very fortunately we haven't been needing it too often. 32 damage there on the Hellion with more bleed damage coming, so let's do a focus heal. 10 up, and she is topped off nicely. Another crush down, and that's 4 damage. Not massive by any measure, it's the question of chipping them down slowly until we get to where we need to be. Another 5 damage done, which is just fantastic. 28 HP left, roughly a third life. Pretty massive damage done by the Cutthroat there. And that, yeah, that's slightly concerning, but again, we're in a good place, we're solid. We're in control. 38-29, definitely focusing a heal on the Hellion there, but things are getting a little bit, well, they're not really even hectic. I've got this under control. Oh, another slice and dice. But no additional bleeds. Blanket Fire is dropping down, but everyone does dodge that pretty comfortably and consistently. Back row damage again. Going for the kill, and we fudged it that time. Again, he has 3 more hit points than I want him to have, so I'm going to have to try and get the kill with the Iron Swan, which definitely takes, which leaves only the turn of the Man-at-Arms to chip down at the 12-pounder this turn. Still a very respectable 4 damage there, 24 hit points. Sorry, down to a third life now, I should say, and that matchman is back in the game. Let's try this. Good. Alright, we haven't lost a turn of damage this time on one of my 2 heavy hitters. Blanket Fire will drop, but again, another party dodge, which is just fine by me. 32-26. let's again drop another healing grace on the Hellion, who seems to be taking the majority of the pounding. Damage done. Critical for 8. Beautiful stuff. 16 HP left on the Cannon. And let's drop some damage here. 4 HP done. 12 hit points left, which means he's still probably about 2 turns away from death. But this turn around, the Cutthroat only gets nothing. Only gets nothing. Nothing for his troubles and nothing for his life. Blanket Fire drops with minor damage across the board. Could look at a party heal at this stage, but I'm going to focus instead on the Man-at-Arms, who has a lot of hit points to soak, and I want to take the chance of a crit on him to be a fully fleshed out heal. Beautiful crit for 18. I'm guessing there's some kind of debuff on the matchment to make it easier for me to actually wear him down that way. But again, we're looking just fine. Another Wicked Hack right here, 3 to 6 damage, and he gets 5. Very respectable. One more hit here. 4. That Cannon is 1 turn away from being killed, and I think that we've got this very handily, provided we don't get any misses or dodges in our disfavor. 7 damage on the Man-at-Arms, 3 on the Hellion, and I need to make this Iron Swan work for me. 28 damage! Yeah, that's raw indeed. Raw indeed. Alright, you've got 3 HP left. Let's try and finish you. Done. Done, done, and done. Alright, dodges all round. Just some small fry to mop up now. Let's start working down on the Fusilier. 9 damage, 8 HP left, and a couple of bleeds coming through. Let's go for a party heal, which at this stage will be more efficient. We're not worried about big damage coming through. Blanket Fire drops. Again, minor damage, which justifies on the party heal. Hound's Rush to finish him off, and we'll take the hit from the Outlaw Cutthroat if we have to, but we may not, because we can stun. Damn it! Well, there is this sometimes, that's completely fine. Drop a Wicked Hack on the front position there, 13 damage, he has 1 hit point left. We'll have a turn in to do me some damage, but at this stage, it's just, it's over for them. It's comfortably over, as long as there are no critical hits to get me some stress, I don't mind. 8 HP, I'm bleeding. Well, I'm definitely not going to be walking all the way back there, even though I kind of have the torches too if I really wanted, but I'm not going to. There we go.
Be wary.
I didn't even remember to use a dog treats.
Precipitates a dizzying fall.
Damn it, Ahdoom, you're just a fool. Alright, let's get out of here. Clearly still making some sloppy choices, forgetting to do the things which are obvious and important, like using the frickin' dog treats. That's okay. One day I'll learn. One day. Nice haul of change. Picked up just under 20k in gold. Got ourselves about 12 deeds, 11 crests, and 6 busts will come in very handy, as well as a Crusader trinket, which I currently have a triplicate of. So if I wanted to field a crusade of just Crusaders, I could do that. Goodness. So, for quirks, Wieldphobe and Ruins Tactician. Very, very nice. Not for the Wieldphobe, obviously. Necromania. Might need to clear that off. Not that it does me any active damage right now. It is just kind of annoying. And I had a request from one of the subs on this channel to show the back of house stuff, and given that this episode has been relatively short, I'm happy to do just that. The only reason why I typically don't show the housekeeping is because I have an Australian internet connection, which you can read if you're an American or a Brit or a German or a Nederlander or someone from Czechia. My internet is slow. My internet is like 2 cans with a piece of string between it, so I try and restrict the size of my file sizes. It's also why I downres my videos. If you've been trying to watch these in 4K, I'm sorry you cannot get them that big. They will only ever be 720p because things are slow here. So first thing with back of house checking is to look at what upgrades I can or want to buy. Also check the stagecoach to see if there are any logical upgrades. Is Pont is a level 3 that I had to pay to upgrade, and he has some pretty good quirks. Osmond has some terrible quirks and already has some. It's not worth it. On guard is good though. Yips, I'd have to get rid of though. No. We'll stick with Pont. Pont's our guy. Okay. So carrying on, the one thing I want to be upgrading right now, if I can afford to, is the sanitarium, for obvious reasons. I have cash, I have quirks, I have diseases. I'd like to have less of all of them. I'm fine to spend the cash. That makes sense logically still, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay, do we have anything nasty disease-wise that I can get rid of? Not, like, massively nasty. Move resist would be good to take care of. Vampiric Spirits is kind of meh. Spasm of the Entrails is meh. Right, let's just get rid of this one right here. Oh, that's not the right one. Parries. There we go. Vertigo. Off with you. And so on to the Spasm of the Entrail. Yep, okay, let's get rid of that as well. Just checking while I'm doing this that I'm not taking care of any guy that I might critically need in the next round, which is to say if I have duplicates, I should be fine, and if I don't, then I may not be. Mevril does not have any quirks I can get rid of. Dud Hitter, though, isn't amazing. I like to get rid of. I'm focusing on the ones that aren't currently locked in, because they're really the only ones I can afford to take care of at this stage. Dismas, Nash, Montague. Stress Eater, range. Stress Eater, Hieromania, Calm, Light Sensitive. These are all pretty bad. Pinel, yeah, I can't get rid of anything there. Murday, no, I don't have a duplicate. Egomania, Dacnomania, Guilty Conscience. Want to get rid of. Calm annoys me. Ruins Phobe annoys me. I can afford. Okay, let's get rid of... Actually, what am I talking about here? This doesn't even do... I'm not even using this character for damage. Let's go back to things. Let's drop Reynold in place. If I've got the cash to... get rid of things. I'll get rid of cash to... Yeah, misses a spot is annoying. There we go. Do a quick check through to see if we have any blacksmith upgrades that I can afford and want to drop. Nope. Just kind of going through these pretty randomly, as you've noticed. Yep, we can definitely give Penel an upgrade. That's fine. Can probably boost the dodge of 9 lives as well. And if there's anyone with a non-fixed quirk that I want to get rid of, what do we have? Nah, Cytomania. Meh. Foolish. Alright, let's get rid of Dud Hitter. Okie dokie, and that's our back of house done for the round. Again, I'm neglecting the survivalist camp at this stage because I'd rather focus on getting rid of quirks and upgrading armor. And then the next thing I would do, normally, is choose my next quest and then drop in trinkets, but I will leave that for next episode. In the meantime, I've been Ahdoom. This has been great fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching these. If you've liked this video, please hit that like, thumbs up button in the bottom corner for me. If you like my channel or my voice or want to see more of this stuff, hit the subscribe button there for me as well. I'd be very grateful, and I will catch you guys next time.